Good evening and welcome to the Always Smiling Faces podcast. Questions and answers. Number...
Jonas Gutierrez.
18. Dun dun dun.
Thriller. Hold on,
Please don't.
Better not mention that.
Please don't.
Better get back to heaven now.
Okay, so we're going to dive balls deep in the questions.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Darryl Mitchell Hill came out with on Saturday.
Oh, did he?
Had a couple of beverages.
Nice one, good stuff.
Jesus.
Who is the biggest hothead, Cher or Richie?
Right, so we didn't really talk about, on the last podcast about Cher's booking. He got booked for bringing the ball as hard as he could in the ground.
He did, he threw it off the floor.
So that's his 10th yellow card of the season.
That's right.
Which means it's two games he misses now.
Oh,
We'll keep that stat for the preview of the next mate game.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, mate.
Fuck that up,
We'll
haven't we?
use it again because they might not watch the next one.
We'll be back to four at the back then, I think.
Fernandez, well, it depends on Lascelles, though, doesn't
Depends on
it?
Lascelles
Wasn't
is
he in the
like.
squad, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
got Fernandez and Clark, haven't you?
he didn't need that one.
Dummett can play in the back three left
It's a
side.
shame losing Shaw, you know.
So-
It's a huge part of what we are now. Like, but no,
For 2 games, yeah. For 2 games it is.
So, Cher or Richie?
I think Richie's a hothead.
Contained hothead.
No, I think Richie is. You know, you can see him. Well, the goal went and he was kicking right off with himself almost. Blah, blah, blah. Shaw's very just goes around looking lovely and then he'll absolutely murder.
Like class someone.
He'll just when he
He's
gets
like
the
a
opportunity,
silent assassin.
just murder. Yeah. So he's like, I wouldn't say he's hothead. He's just very It's not the right word for it. Do you know what I mean? Though he's he goes around his business really, really well, and then he'll just nail you when you're not expecting it.
Yeah,
Whereas Richie's just like, I'm voicing everybody. You know what I mean?
It's like a Tasmanian devil, Richie.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie for me, like.
I'd probably say Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's violent though.
It's close though. It's close.
Yeah, follows that on with something that we've talked a little bit about. What is it with refs and assistants coming to St James's Park and having shit games? Mason got things totally wrong and his assistant bottled, making decisions at times. Only good thing was it galvanised the fans and team for the comeback.
I mentioned that on the last one. We play better as a team. The fans are better as a creating atmosphere when we're backed up against it and the ref is
And I think it's been an injustice or something. We really do get our backs up, and it's better for the team, obviously. I don't know why it always seems to be that though, and I think as well. Again, I try never to be biased. I don't think he was bad just towards us.
Yeah,
he was just bad.
Yeah.
He was doing decisions for everything. That was absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
he was doing ones for us. That was stupid. It was just a really bad. Everybody, not just the referee. It was everybody. Was absolutely dreadful. Like
Just some very, very poor decision making and non-decision making.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
NUFCJ, he asks us, after Saturday, excluding the 4-4 against Arsenal, as that's probably everybody's number one, what's the best comeback you've ever seen at St James's Park?
Norwich at home was
I
special.
think that's the...
fucking joking, yeah. Jesus Christ, how did he manage to come back? Jesus, twice he made it.
Yeah.
Norwich for me, I think
Norwich,
would have been the
I
one.
forgot about
that-
Norwich.
3-1 down and we
Was the
scored
one,
2
like-
in the last minute. 96 minutes we scored 2 goals. That was incredible.
We've seen 2 this season. We've seen the Man City one and obviously the Everton one that's just gone. But Norwich recent years, I'd have to say.
It was amazing, Norwich, wasn't it? It really was. It was an important game as well because I think we were like.
Yeah, we're drifting.
Yeah,
We're drifting.
Another one since...
I can't think of anyone
Stand out.
that's
Norwich.
that great. You know what I mean? Like 3-1 down them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you-
Norwich takes that. Like has to.
That was the one that was straight at front of my
unreal,
leg.
It's just that the times that were scored the goals as well, though, wasn't it?
95, 96, 96.
Yeah.
Was the
Unreal.
Dwight Gale game that, like, wasn't it?
Oh.
Gale Mirovic, great to get up.
John Joe used to find Gale loads, didn't he, with that like over the top ball, like all the time, just causing trouble. But that was probably the one I can think of anyway.
Alex Ingle asks us, are we relying on a forced injury-related substitution to carve out wins? First there was the midfield crisis, and now we had to shift from a back 3 to a back 4.
But did shift to a back 4, but later on in the
Yeah,
second half.
I don't
it wasn't
think-
an instant decision,
Yeah.
I don't think. But what you're saying, it is right. Would we have won the game if that substitution wasn't forced? But how can you judge it? Like?
We probably wouldn't have went to the back 4.
Well, like I said, I was disappointed that it took so long to go to a back 4 from bringing Dummett on, because I thought we were losing it in midfield, and it was once we'd gone after 60 minutes went into that 4-4-2 that we actually then got back into the game.
It's a funny one though, isn't it? Because I know you were saying that. No, well, fair enough. No, sorry, continue. Sorry.
No, go on, you're allowed an opinion.
No, it's alright. It's fine.
That means it's like edge. That's sitting on the edge.
No.
Oh, right,
Well,
okay.
it wasn't a bad one.
So Joel just has got a request that he was looking to hear 4 special words.
We won, you know.
Yeah, just for you, Joel.
Just for you, mate.
I'm gonna have to get like T-shirt made for you. We won, you know.
Be good, that, like, be good.
As soon as I get that made, we'll not win another game.
I'm going to say it. So,
we're going back. Just rewind. Can we rewind this bit?
It's just, and I'm not saying you're wrong here at all. I'm just saying, obviously, you mentioned in the last one that about 2 in the middle. You know, really not happy. 2 in the middle. We're getting overrun in midfield. 2 in the middle. If you go 4-4-2, still 2 in the middle. That's what I don't really think it changes. I don't. Yeah. Do you know what I mean by that? Do you know what I mean? Whereas I still feel that if you had 2 wing backs that would go forward. Yeah. Them 2 wing backs are still wingers. Technically, are still wingers when they want to be. But if you go 4-4-2, you've got 2 in midfield.
You've got, but as wing backs, if you don't pick up their 2 wide players and they're in behind you, your 2 central, you know, the left and right of the 3 aren't going to pick up them 2 wide men, are they? So the only people that can pick them up are your full-backs.
Yes, but if you're playing 4-4-2, right? So let's say on their right hand side, for example, they've got their right winger, Carlson, and then they've got their right back as well. Your left back and your left winger will obviously trap them 2 people.
True, yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
Playing as a 3-5-2, you've only got 1 wide person up against
Almiron
2.
Or Perez comes into
which is what I'm saying. That's what I think they needed to do more.
I just think in my head to think that we lost it in midfield because there's only 2 in midfield. I don't feel 4-4-2 changes that in the centre. It's still 2. It's the same 2 players that it always has been. That's all I was trying to say. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
I guess
at the end of the day,
right in the centre of the park.
Yeah, it hasn't changed, has it? But I get what you're saying in terms of. And listen, hey, we won the game because of making that change. I'm just meaning what you said before. Sorry, Al.
Neil JR is looking ahead to the weekend already.
JR.
So he's asking, who do you think the starting midfield duo should be on Saturday?
He's back, boys and girls. He's back.
I think Shelby will start. I think Shelby and Hayden.
Oh, God. Imagine how slow that midfield pairing will be.
Well, Hayden was great. Hayden was great against Everton.
What do you think, Keith Usain Bolt like? I reckon I'm faster than Keith.
He's faster than Hayden.
I reckon
faster than...
Put me and Keith in a race and I'll win.
So Neil's going for Hayden and Shelby as well, like.
I think you would have to. Like, Keith didn't do anything wrong, but Shelby did make a difference when he came on the pitch.
Let's get some about
There's
Shelby.
There's a bit of difference coming on with 20 minutes to go than there is being 90 minutes.
Of course there is.
There is, but we're 2-0 down the first half.
Shelby's been hurt since pre-season, which I found interesting when I sent you that over. I didn't realise any of that. So he's been getting injections since then. This is what he's saying now, is I'm better physically than I was in pre-season when I started. So you might start to see a better...
For me, what was very telling was his post-match interview. So he was getting praised for his performance and stuff like that. And he said,
Shelby?
Shelby was. And it's very, very rare he'll speak to the press after a game. But he came out and he said, I was making a point with me performance. I wanted to prove a few people wrong and shut them up. Which I found interesting, because what he was saying is that he was being told that he was finished. He wouldn't get back into the team. He would never play for Newcastle and all this kind of thing again. And I've never heard that or read that or seen that anywhere.
He's been linked with moves away, hasn't he, with the arrival of Longstaff doing
West
well,
Ham
and obviously Key doing well when he first came in, and even Diorme. So the 3 players have came in, and I don't think, looking back a couple of weeks ago, now we can't say it now because Shelby's came back in the team. He played well at the weekend, but before that game, would you have...
We wouldn't have missed him. I mean, we've sat here and said we wouldn't miss him in the team.
I've just always said that I think you have to remember what he can offer. That's all I've ever said.
He offers something different than what
that's what
others don't.
What I will say...
But everyone offers a little bit different.
Well, I don't know if you've seen this, but I'll go back to the game, sorry. He got booked for backheeling the ball away for throwing, which, by the way, was 100% our ball. So he got booked for that. Then the ball went in the air about 2 seconds there, and he 100% elbowed that lad. Mm-hmm. He absolutely done him. And I thought the referee blew as well. I went, that's it. Yeah. He's going to send him off. That was a red card.
It was within about 6 seconds.
That was definitely a second yellow.
But during that, he's still mouthing off at the referee.
I know, and I'm thinking,
that's the thing, and that's that liability that always comes back and gets labelled against him, isn't it?
But I sometimes like that in a player, you know. I do play on the edge. I thought Rooney was great when he used to play on the edge like that.
But that's 3 players.
It's not Rooney,
so you've got Shelby got booked for it, Sher got booked for it, Lascelles got booked for it. 3 players get booked for needless things.
Yeah. What I do like though, you've named 3. You've got Lascelles, you've got Shelby, you've got Shaw, you've got Richie. there's a lot of bite there, isn't there? There's a lot of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, which is good in a sense. You're not just going to get us rolled over, are you? Do you know what I mean?
So he also says we've got Shaw missing at the weekend, obviously through suspension and possibly Lascelles with injury. So do we continue with a back three of Lejeune, Clark and Fernandez, or do we go back to that back four?
It has to be back four.
Yeah,
because I don't think to play a three you haven't got enough comfortable players on the ball if you decide to do that. You've got Lejeune now.
Lejeune and Fernandez.
Away from home.
I don't class Fernandez as a ball.
I think it'll be Lascelles. I think it'll be fine to play. I think it'll be Lascelles, Lejeune.
Yedlin and
then Dummett will be straight behind Yedlin on the right. I think it'll be the back four we've been seeing.
Yeah, probably yeah.
But then what do you do up top if that's the case?
Well, you'd play
Unless you
Almiron.
play Almiron on a wing,
You'd
or
play
you
Almiron
Perez
left,
on a wing.
and then Perez will be behind Rondon.
Talk about five in midfield, really, if you had to. Then one up top.
Go back to 4-5-1.
Yeah.
You know what we played all season?
No.
But like a solid, like bang of a five.
Not against Bournemouth. They're alright at home, like, but I think you'll do 4-4-1-1. So you'll have Almiron left, Richie right, Shelby, Hayden, and then Perez behind
Perez
Rondon.
Rondon.
Yeah.
More,
And Almiron, when
we played all season,
when we're allowed,
bring Almiron in for
Almiron
Kennedy, haven't you?
He's great in that. He's great. There's a question about Almiron later on, but he's great. I like him.
So, and last one from Neil. Do you think keeping Rondon next season depends on West Brom not being promoted? Surely getting promoted would mean they'd prefer Rondon over Gale.
Swap Rondon and Gale, straight swap. I would be happy just to do a straight swap. I'm not even bothered about bringing money in for him. Just straight swap.
I would give them Gale and Murphy for him with no money. That's how much I want.
That's how much you want him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd want a bit of money if we're giving them both of them.
Both, then yes, but I'd happy do a straight swap Gale and Rondon. Straight swap.
I'd not do
I'd
that.
happily have Rondon and Gale.
There's absolutely no way on this earth any football club is going to
give us Gale back.
Like, he scored 11 Premier League goals or something.
Give us Gale back. We'll keep Rondon.
No, but
you can have Hoslu.
whole thing
you can have Hoslu and Murphy.
True.
Yeah.
No, I think I read somewhere. I could be wrong here, but I read somewhere that if they don't get promoted, it's 15 million. If they get promoted, it's 18. I don't know if they will get promoted. To be honest,
well, we should do the same with them.
I would maybe
extra 3 million.
Well, that's the thing. There's no deal in place for. There's no buyout clause or anything like that. Where there is with Rondon.
Do you give them Gale and say 7 or 8? Will that be enough? That's an unbelievable deal for us. You get Gale off the wage bill, and then you're only spending 8 million for him. It's just ridiculous.
I think there's the bit of, because there was some obviously shocking news over the weekend of the fact that West Brom had gone and sacked the manager. I cannot believe that they've gone and done that. But again,
bad run, haven't they? They won 4.
Even so, though,
and that's 15 or something like that.
He's a club legend, and they've gone and treat him like that. Surprising for me, but who comes in and replaces him? Is that somebody that wants Rondon, or they would prefer to keep Gale? So who knows what's going to happen between now and the end of the season. I still say we're in
the driving seat with all that, though. It's up to us if we.
Well, the fact Rondon's came out and said he's very, very happy here. He's made it clear that he's moved his family up here. He doesn't want to be the upheaval of having to move them back down or move them to another club and stuff like that.
We have to sign him.
He's loving life here at the minute. So do everything that we can to make it happen. Ibrahim sends in, with Shea suspended for 2 games and Lascelles potentially injured, how would you reshuffle the defence? So it kind of plays into what we've just answered. So he is talking about Fernandez potentially coming back in, but the fact he wasn't on the bench on Saturday.
I don't think Fernandez we'll change the back four. We'll go from back 3 to back 4. Fernandez, he'll be on the bench, but he won't be in the team.
Yeah. Fernandez was very, very good for the first half of the season. Unlucky to find himself out of the team.
Completely agree. There has to be a reason why he hasn't been anywhere in the other squad. Has to be a reason. I
think it's just.
Is Clark be making the bench?
No.
The only defender that's been there is Dummett, and I think that's because he gives you more options. The fact that he can play
2 positions,
centre half and left.
Yeah. I agree. There's a few.
Fernandez is unlucky, basically, isn't he?
He is. But
Rafa said the same about the likes of Muto. He said the same about.
It's competitive at the minute. The squad. I don't think there's any malice in it. I don't think.
A couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
Fernandez probably is not doing anything wrong. He's probably just not needed.
That's it.
At this point in time, I think that's all that is.
I don't think he'll come in from the cold that quick and just bang in on Saturday.
Be back 4.
Okay. Emma asks, how long did your hangovers last on Sunday?
Well,
not long because I didn't go out really. I'm good at it about it.
Do you know what I did? So I'll tell you, I rang him, right, and I was like, "How are you going out now?" Text every one of my mates, not one of them were going out. I was like, worst. So I went out for a drink with my mum and dad. My mum and dad were already out, so I went and met them, had a couple of pints and a few whiskies, came back, had a whiskey in the house just sitting on my hand. Yeah. And I was like, this is terrible.
I went and had a couple after, like, straight from the game, and then I had to go home because my missus was going out, so I had to go home and look after the kids. Right. So I went, fuck that, I'm going to buy some cans. So I went and got some cans, got home, watched all of Game of the Day on Sky Sports, so watched the match again for an hour. Yeah. Then watch something else and then watch Match of the Day.
I got 8 cans.
Sat and drank me cans, it was great.
Let me sell a curry. I just chilled.
For the first time ever, I walked past a Chinese and a chippy to get home. And I just didn't go in, I just in the zone.
So Emma was in a bad place on Sunday morning, so she was critical for most of the day.
I should have went out for a drink with Emma.
But
Emma, text
she wants to do it all again.
Message me anytime, Emma.
Yep.
Well, we'll put your mobile number in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
So
if you've got a boyfriend, apologise.
Bit of a topical one after kind of Fridays and Sundays events that have been going on elsewhere. So what do you think is the right punishment for fans running onto the pitch in light of this past weekend?
He's just got a sentence, hasn't he?
14 weeks.
14 weeks.
So that was in the Villa Birmingham game.
Yeah,
obviously the Birmingham fan ran on and tried to punch Grealish.
Well, in fairness, it started not in our league, but a Rangers game. The lad
it started on Friday night.
Twice in a week in Rangers.
And then you had
in Scotland.
And then you had
was Aberdeen,
the Arsenal game.
Aberdeen game.
The lad ran on.
Then it was the Hibs and Rangers on Friday night.
I think it's a very difficult one because I was listening to the commentary on the match yesterday, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, the club's got to be fined loads of money, and the club's got to take." I don't. I'm sorry, I think you can find whatever you want for the club. The guy who was punched a player doesn't give a monkeys what's happened to the club. No. He doesn't care.
I think that why they're making such a fuss about the club is because, let's face it, this isn't the first time that this has happened in that game.
How do you stop it then? How does a club stop that?
The club can't physically stop it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They can do more around stewarding and policing of the games. Yeah. How many times do you just see stewards just sat there watching the game, not watching what's going on? Oblivious to what is happening.
You're going to need a double amount of stewards around the pitch, though, to do that.
You can't do
it. But in a very, very high-profile game like that?
Very high. It's not from Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Well, no, but it is there. Birmingham versus Villa. It is.
Do you know the buildings where they stop like pigeons nesting and stuff? They just put loads of spikes. They just put spikes on the hoardings like around the edge of the pitch.
Well, that's the thing is you go back to having fences up and stuff like that, which is when you used to do.
The only way that you can stop it, they've now got an opportunity now to stop it. Because something's happened big, you've got to throw the book at him. 14 weeks isn't enough. No, you've got to really, really make an example of him. So then,
14 weeks for going on the pitch and being a bit of a dick, then fair enough. But 14 weeks for going on a pitch and trying to punch a player on the side of the face.
For me, he should be hauled around all of the grounds and ridiculed because that was the worst attempted punch I've ever seen in my life.
He was lucky.
He kind of clotheslined him more than anything, didn't he?
He could have, it's very...
He could have really got
shows you what a little prick he is because he couldn't even
have anything on him.
Yeah. I agree totally. And you know what it is? Grealish is very, very lucky because he was totally blindsided. Yeah. He could have really hurt the lad there. And for him to score the winner,
at what point did he realise that wasn't a player that's pushed him over?
Well, it wasn't until he actually got knocked down, and then he
I thought he handled himself brilliantly.
See, if that was me, I would have, and I think that's why there's been so much things said about the club being punished because.
The Shearer said, give them a point deduction.
The whole of their supporters were all cheering and everything like this. And
well, they're Ghani.
You know, part of me thinks...
Someone went to Stitch Pickford on Saturday.
That's the same. Like,
I'm sorry, but you
would.
You
think because you look at them and you something comes over and you hate them. There's been times where I've watched matches and I think I'm going to run on that pitch and punch him in the face, or I want to go and kick that referee or something like that. You picture and you imagining yourself doing it, but then. You come to your senses and think, well, I'm not going to go and... I'm obviously not going to go and
kick that
run on the pitch or something like that.
Booted the referee.
Well, you have thoughts like that when you're watching the game. I've done it loads of times.
I agree with them totally.
I see, you come to your senses and you don't run
on
the pitch.
I said too high, so I can't do this. I'm like, I can't get it with it anyway.
But look at that Leeds, when we played Leeds, that when we were down and their fan ran onto the pitch and stuff. It happens.
It happened with Sunderland. That kid ran on it and pushed Harper. It's happened before.
Well, Sunderland used to bloody invade the pitch all the time, didn't they?
Invade the pitch for anything.
Going back, you're saying there, Shearer said to do a point deduction. I feel that's... if you do it, I don't believe that'll stop it. That fan doesn't care, man. He's not bothered. All he's happy at that time. All he wants to do is
and when
whack
you stop
him.
it, like if like I could be a massive dick and like I really want Sunderland not to get promoted, then I could just like pretend I'm like a Sunderland fan and just run on the pitch. I'll get you as a point deduction. Like when do you like stop it? Like anyone could do it.
How funny would that be, though?
I know, just all of it. Like they'll be on minus points.
Just dress up as we're just punching everyone. Points off. That's a good point. But no, it's very, 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 very difficult. And what we don't want though is like old school fences and shit. Like,
well, that's it.
That could happen if it continues.
So young Mono has sent in a few questions. How big of a change was Shelby's substitution on Saturday?
He played well. I
thought he was brilliant.
I didn't think it was the key change that made the difference.
It helped.
Is that like the plug there?
It helped though. It helped. His passing that was tremendous, man.
Should Richie be taken off set pieces as his corners have been a bit poor lately?
Shocking.
As soon as Shelby come on, as I mentioned before, they were absolutely perfect.
He started taking them as well for a bit, didn't he?
Oh, crikey. He couldn't get past the first man.
He was just as bad.
Shelby will take it every time, if he's on the pitch.
Don't read that one out.
Oh, no, I've got to read... No, this one.
Okay.
I'll look this one.
You can't read that one.
Which Mackem has had the worst week this week? Is it Little Arms Pickford? Or is it our old friend, Michael Martin?
Hey, that was funny, wasn't it, with him? My God. Is he still off, is he?
Oh, dear me.
What did he say about me?
So, like, you had a bit of a fallout with Michael this week, didn't you?
Oh, it was that tweet he put on there, it was disgusting, that.
So I went, like...
You can have tomato sauce on your Christmas dinner.
No, I was absolutely furious about that.
Oh, no, it was a...
So, like, I found it and I retweeted it and I quote tweeted it and I thought, this is going to get some, like, interaction, because what he said is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man.
I'm not going to give him too much airtime because he doesn't deserve it. This is what he careers off, so he doesn't deserve it. So, next.
Yeah.
So two questions to go. So first one is from Rob Fish. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was it to see us fuck Pickford over after the Goldberg spear on Rondon?
10. Up there, the best.
That was brilliant, wasn't it?
He
was absolutely rattled.
Do you know what? In terms of how happy I was, right? And it was. I remember that Villa player, well, the Forest player, but then there was a Villa player, and he scored an own goal. Can you remember how happy I was at that one? It was kind of like that.
Oh, what was he called again?
I forgot his name.
Him with the long hair?
Lansbury.
Henry Lansbury.
Aye.
That was funny, right?
That was great, that.
So that was kind of the same kind of karma. It was really good. It was brilliant.
Why did we hate him again?
Because he was a prick.
Because the two penalties when we played them.
He dived and left, right and centre.
Darlow saved them all, didn't he?
Well, 9 men sent off.
He got 2 players sent off, didn't he?
Was Dummer that got sent off?
Aye, because he dove, aye.
My dad stroke uncle stroke cousin or something like that. Didn't
That's this one I've got on my screen too.
Eddie Walker.
Eddie. Alright, Eddie. Hang on,
so,
what?
Right,
you just made yourself sound like a Mackem there.
I don't know.
My dad stroke uncle.
I don't actually think he's any relation, but you know,
he's got the
same name.
Alright, okay.
Other than Stone Cold, past or present, who would you like to see do their signature move on Ashley?
So it'll be a buried alive match.
A buried alive match?
Yep. And I'd tombstone him into the grave.
You've thought about this, haven't you?
I did the day. And when my mate Andy I was talking to him, and he was saying, also that would be quite good if you imagine getting him in the turnbuckle, putting like a bin or something and doing like a Shane McMahon coast to coast would also be very good. 2-footed, like right in his jaw.
Mine, I'm gonna have to go.
You don't go.
Socko.
Oh, Socko.
Give him a Socko.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Mate, you don't wear any socks, so you'll have a hard job.
Give him a Socko.
Yeah.
I'd go for a pedigree. Good old
fashioned
pedigree.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great finish of that.
Yeah.
Sweet music.
Dudley Boys.
Oh, 3D.
Dudley Boy 3D and through a table.
That
would be nice.
Sweet chin music.
I think Edge's spear was a good move, wasn't it?
Goldberg's is incredible. Like,
actually, used to fucking give them whiplash every time you go.
Loved it, aye. Yeah, tombstone into the grave and then bury him alive. That'd be on.
I'm happy with them.
People's elbow. Then finish him with a people's elbow.
Because The Rock says, yeah.
619.
Yeah, that used to annoy that move.
Didn't he kill someone doing that?
Nah.
Did he not?
Nah. Did he kill someone, did he?
Sure he did.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I think, I'm sure WWE tried to ban that move because of that. I think
kill someone, obviously he went from WWE elsewhere, then he killed someone when he was like in Japan or where the hell he went.
Decent shot, like.
But yeah, are we done?
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thanks for the
Thank
questions.
you for watching.
Dan.
Thank you for the questions. There's plenty more, but we're running out of time. So what's he showing you there? Oh yeah, that's the one we're not allowed to read.
What's his name?
No, we're not allowed to read.
No. What's his name?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Thanks, Alex, for that question.
Alex. Yes is the answer.
We're not allowed. People are just going to
People
scroll
are just going to
looking for
search now,
Alex
looking
now.
for Alex's question.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sending the questions. Sorry if we didn't get to your question, but hopefully next time that will. Do you want to clash them together?
I would never do that. Well, I would do it.
I've already wasted half of it where you've just elbowed us in the face.
Bang it in.
Right, see you next week. Love yous.
When you're not.